In the mix. In the mix. In the mix.
What's good, everybody? We're now in the mix. It's your big dog kid, 6 Chi-Town's finest, Carlton, your dig, and your girl Leah, aka the therapist. This is episode 97. Mixxeners, what's going on the YouTube channel, man? Shout out to those who keep subscribing to the Apple, as well as the Spotify, and the YouTube for the visuals, man. We appreciate you guys. Thank you. Like I said, this is episode 97, so of course we 3 episodes away from the 100th episode. Mixxeners, we actually want to dedicate this episode to you all, as well as honoring 6 folks that have been doing something positive in the community. So we really have a dope 100th episode for you guys, man. Again, shout out to C, man. We've been able to bless us in this space of yours.
The last 2 years.
The last 2 years to complete the 100th episode, man. Time flies when you in the mix. And keep your ears to the streets and clippers to the heads.
Yeah, I know. It don't stop.
Come on, man. It don't
100
stop.
episodes and counting. It don't stop.
Doesn't feel like 2 years.
It don't stop.
I know. Definitely doesn't, man.
Because
Just
of this pandemic.
facts.
I feel like 5 or something.
Listen.
Flew by.
Pandemic. Now we got monkeypox. There's another virus strain that just hit in China. I don't know what's going on. But at this point, we might have to stay in the bubble. Because it's getting crazy out here, man. But shout out to the sponsors. Rich King brand. And as well as Wine O'Clock. Y'all see the bro. Rocking Rich King brand. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like you have a Rich King colored tee to go with every color hat that you own.
I ain't gonna lie. I might. I just might.
I think you do, bro.
If it ain't Rich King, it's something. I got
Yeah.
to go whatever you feel. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop. It don't stop.
That shit's lit, man. Episode 97. Shop talk tonight. And of course, y'all know we got what you mixing up. Want to talk some news, sports. Definitely got to talk about entertainment because Irv Gotti has definitely been trending. And maybe it's because they have the Murder Inc. documentary that will be airing. So maybe
When is that airing?
it'll be airing on Tuesdays. I'm gonna check it out.
You let us know. Or I don't know, see if you're gonna watch.
I'm gonna definitely check it out because the last couple of documentaries that BET had been previewing for us, showing for us, have been good. The No Limit one was good. The Rough Riders one was good.
I think Murder ain't gonna be good.
So I mean, granted, Irv Gotti is cool, but I know the Murder Inc. one is gonna be good, especially because they was definitely running in the 2000s before 50 came into the scene and shut the whole shit down.
Mm-hmm.
So
cool. They got a good story behind them too. Even they Fed case. I know they gonna talk about all of that.
Hell yeah, man. But we gonna touch on Irv. We definitely want to touch on Irv later on. Don't worry, y'all, man. We got y'all covered. We got y'all covered because that man has definitely been trending for all the wrong reasons. All the wrong reasons. All right, Shanti, man, just stay pieced up. Stay beautiful like you do, man. That's why she's aging gracefully because she minds her business.
She did. She put a tweet out, I think she said send them positive energy or vibes, something like that.
That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Stay away from that negative nonsense, man. For real. But we gonna dive right in because we gotta talk some sports, y'all. And of course, NFL season is back, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't wait for it. Ladies, try to enjoy if you have a man. And if you're not into sports, try to enjoy as much as you can with him. Because your Sundays, I'm trying to tell you, Sundays is going to be, football season. Not to mention, Madden is about to drop as well. So, I mean, you might lose his attention on that.
Don't forget, college football is coming back too. That's Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Madden during the week. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It might get a little different.
Hell yeah. Hey, listen, try to enjoy it because NBA season will be here before we know it. Come October.
Preseason before that, September, early October.
NBA 2K drops in September. So ladies,
2K23. They got Michael Jordan on the cover.
The GOAT himself, the real 23 GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Legendary. Y'all know how it is, man. But ladies, try to enjoy what you can. But also, ladies that do enjoy the sports and enjoy playing the games, have fun.
Mm-hmm. Leah, you play the game? You ever play 2K?
You know what? Out of all the video games, sports is my least favorite to play. Even though I watched it. I'm not playing it.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. You gotta.
What's your favorite?
You gotta be like this.
Honestly, fighting games like Tekken, Street Fighter.
What about boxing games? That's a
Who was your favorite character in Tekken? Let's see if you actually know Tekken.
Heihachi was my favorite character.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Or Jin was he was another one.
about to say
Martial Law was my guy.
Martial Law was cool too.
Martial
Law,
Don't do
I was about to
that.
say Jen.
What's the name? Eddie. What's his name? Gordo.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
All the characters. I grew up with brothers. Y'all. So I'm like.
They got like this PlayStation type thing. It come with like 30 games or something like that already on it. Because they got the same thing for Sega. They got one for Super Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
One of them joints up.
007.
I used to have the one with Sega on there because I used to be playing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat.
was
Those
that
are more of
shit.
my favorite. I definitely was not a two.
Who was your favorite characters on Mortal Kombat?
Give me Scorpion or Liu Kang.
Okay.
Those are very good picks.
Those my-
I
those
have
my-
to have
yeah.
to agree with those.
Scorpion, Sub-Zero, or Liu Kang?
Who was your favorite Street Fighter characters?
Mm.
I like M. Bison and Sagat. I like the villains. I mean, Ken and Ryu.
I like.
I ain't gonna front Ken and Ryu. Yeah, that was my
They're
favorite.
cool,
Yeah,
but-
that was my
Blanket
favorite.
was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I like Ken and Ryu.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody likes
Chung Li. Who doesn't like Chung
Yeah.
Li? Right, but
Y'all can see we showing our age. Well, she shows her age on the day.
clearly we always showing our age.
We should go to the bathroom.
You know, she was around. She was around when the first gaming system was
What's
created.
actually the first gaming system that you
Atari.
But I'm showing my age.
No, you was around when it first came out.
But I'm saying I didn't even know that. So I'm
You should
showing
have.
my age. So clearly you showing your age.
Nah, I just.
I at least thought Sega was it, but okay.
You thought Sega was the first game system?
I mean that I knew of.
How you think that? You was alive when Atari came
That's
out.
what I'm saying. So who's really showing whose age
You
is?
was around when the first Super Soaker was invented by a black
You
man.
know what? I look good for my age, but
What?
I
Who told you that?
I look good for my age. I don't even look my age.
Yeah.
I don't.
I wouldn't.
I don't.
You know what? We all have to be our biggest fans.
That's
Respect.
damn right.
Yeah.
No, but see, this is told to me, so I ain't gotta cheer myself on.
Who the Anyway, man, we're gonna get into some NFL news, y'all. So, Roger Goodell, he spoke out about Deshaun Watson's suspension. Because, we all had to cover how he was handed a 6-game suspension.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, Roger Goodell, he came out and spoke. Felt his actions were very predatory-like.
Absolutely.
Which they were.
Extremely horny.
Which they were. You can't.
He's
But y'all want to hear something funny, right? Y'all do know that there is a big massage convention this year in Cleveland.
I'm very excited. Like what?
Yeah.
When
Because
is-
now we can see
Put his ass
why
to
he
the test.
signed with the Cleveland
Put
Browns.
his ass to the test.
It's
When is
actually this month.
I don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna
Another
sit his
24
ass
after-
down.
Man, listen.
Sit down.
But yeah, so Roger Goodell feels as though the amount of evidence that they have on him, right? He should be serving a 1-year ban, which I agree. I said that. I felt like he should serve a year suspension.
At least a year, they say.
Hell yeah, at least a year.
So he's saying this, but this is not actually happening.
They're trying to go back and
Appeal it.
Appeal it.
Yeah, they appealed his 6-game suspension. Apparently, this process is a little bit more intricate than we thought. Like, Roger Goodell can't just be like, get a year, and then that's just what it is. Because that's not even the people it's not even just up to him. That's why the NFL, they're like, he needs to get more than a year. Because the people that sentenced him to the 6-game suspension, they like, it's not. I mean, they pretty much said that they feel like that's all that they can do based off the evidence.
Who are
that they
these
got.
people? Like stakeholders? Like who? They got a board? Like
They do. They do
Okay.
have more. And then it's like I forgot the lady's name, but she was like, it's like an outside entity other than the NFL.
So, Mixxeners, we definitely going to keep y'all updated on that. Right now, he's still serving 6 games, but, things could possibly change. Maybe they won't change. But we're going to see. We'll see if Deshaun is around or if he'll have to be restrained and have to stay home during the massage convention. We don't know. We'll keep y'all in the mix though, for sure. Moving on. We gotta talk about your Chicago Bears.
You know that.
You know, you're a diehard fan. Diehard Bulls fan.
Chicago over everything.
Chicago over everything, right? Y'all talented linebacker, Roquan Smith.
He wants out.
He wants out. I know that hurts you because y'all lost Khalil Mack.
Lost Khalil.
Y'all now could potentially lose out on a young, talented linebacker who deserves to be paid. He's been very active in the league.
He wants to stay in Chicago.
Yeah.
Well, he said he would have liked to.
Right.
He wanted to be a Bear for his whole career.
How did that make you feel when you saw that news?
So, first of all, you know, historically the Bears is known for defense.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being the case, I know that he had a lot of pride in being a linebacker at that in Chicago.
Right.
And like, you know, we got a good string of like legendary linebackers.
Mm-hmm. That's y'all.
I love it about the Bears. Now, about this organization, they don't always make great decisions when it comes to giving players money or capitalizing on players that are talented in like the realm of the team spectrum. Meaning, when you got like you had Roquan and Khalil at the same time, that's like championship caliber talent, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to take that and take off with it. Then you didn't do nothing with it. Then you get rid of him. So then at the least it's like, at least you got a guy that's deserving. If you're still trying to build on that, pay him what he deserves.
Right.
But from another spectrum, I heard that they're like, because they are in like a rebuild type situation, they acting like they don't want to give them that much so that they can like put some money elsewhere. But I don't think that that's the smartest thing to do. The Bears have also stated today that they don't plan on trading. So I mean, I hope that the negotiations go a little bit different now that he's went public about this. And I mean,
I can see him sitting out.
Otherwise though, you know, like I said, I mean, Bears is my organization, but the organization is made up of players. He got drafted. He played well in Chicago. I always want the best for him. If he goes somewhere else, I absolutely want him to get his money, and I want him to win. So even if that's not in Chicago at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be a team. It's going to be a team. Now, I'm not going to lie. I saw something floating around. It had a list of teams that could potentially try to make a trade for him. They had the Ravens on there. I pray to God they do not get this man. I don't want to see him in Baltimore at all. Because they already have a nice defense. I'm not going to say all they need is a nice linebacker to go alongside with Patrick Quinn.
They got a good.
I don't want to see him I don't want to see him there, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really don't. Go anywhere else but Baltimore.
I'm sure Leah wouldn't mind Roquan pulling up.
She don't even know who
I don't even
that
know
is.
who that is, but it sounds like it's good. So, you know, make y'all like,
She all for it. Man.
Right, she all for it. Don't even know who he is.
nope.
Is he black or what? You don't even
What's
know.
his name?
Roquan Smith.
He sounds black.
He sounds black.
That's what racist is, right?
That nigga sound like a nigga.
Right.
Very much.
So we definitely gonna keep y'all in the mix with that, and we'll see if that'll be some breaking news come this week. If you will get traded, yeah, you ain't shit.
You wasn't wrong though.
Yeah, you definitely
I
wasn't.
wasn't wrong, but
I
that
don't
was
see
that
a white
was
person
racist.
being named Roquan.
Yeah, but still, that doesn't mean that wasn't a racist thing to say. It was true, but it was racist. It was.
So you showing your true colors.
Okay.
Damn. It's that Towson. That's that PWI. It's coming out. It's coming out. It's coming out.
Okay.
Moving on, man. Some sad news.
I got something else entertainment that just came in.
Oh, you did?
Yes, Neo.
All
I have
right.
to read it off.
Oh, we'll definitely talk about Neo. We'll
Yes,
definitely
but it's
talk
actually
about
just
that.
hit like an hour ago, actually.
For real? Okay,
Yes.
bet. We'll definitely cover that. I want to talk about this sad news here. And I know last week when we were talking about like how do we help someone with an addiction, I know you had mentioned you know, like system failing or who do we blame when it comes to this, right? And I know you posed this question in the group chat, like who do we blame for this situation? A 9-year-old boy shot a 15-year-old girl
I posted
in her
that.
head. on her porch.
Mm-hmm.
There were other kids around, and it wasn't something that he intended to do. Right. Of course, when a child gets their hands on a weapon of some sort, especially a gun, you want to take it around, show it to your friends. You know how that can get. But of course, with him doing so, it cost this girl her life.
It's actually more to that story. I don't know if you read the whole article.
Yeah. You care to share? I mean,
So
I
apparently
did
this
read.
9-year-old boy. First of all, the aunt worked for like, what did she work for?
She
Like some
worked
type of
for
armed security something.
armed security.
And this 9-year-old boy had an issue with the girl's brother, so they already had some conflict. So from my understanding, I think he knew exactly what he was doing and went over there, took the gun.
So
that's my interpretation, but how I read it.
Okay.
So, the victim is actually the cousin of a classmate of mine from Morgan.
Oh,
And she said that little boy did it on purpose.
Oh.
Right. See?
She said he got the gun, came on the porch, aimed it at her head, shot her, dropped the gun, and ran. Like, it wasn't like he was playing with it or nothing. He knew what he was doing.
Damn.
He grabbed it. Now, of course, him being 9, he might not have known the full extent
Of what he
of
was.
right,
but he knew that if you take a gun, guns shoot, and he intended to
cause
shoot.
some harm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so
in this case, that.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
So yeah, so that's how I, when I read the.
That's troubling.
Still to the question, how was he able to get possession of this firearm? I'm just saying.
That's a great question.
Number one.
Not gonna sit here and assume that the aunt just was like, "Oh, here, take this with you."
No, but we also know if you have, first of all, it's loaded. Why loaded? Like, I mean, don't have safety, something like there are actual measures that was like,
yeah,
because all you right at 9, you think about you just know how to shoot. You right don't know how to operate the gun. So the fact that she ain't had no safety, don't know nothing, like.
But you know what? With today's technology and so many ways for kids to actually be able to look something up and learn something. Knowing him, he probably YouTube and Googled and figured out a way how to like take the safety off and all of that. Who's to say that he probably
Safety fucking around wasn't even off. Ain't no telling.
Right.
That's what I mean. Who knows?
And who's to say that he didn't learn how to load the gun up?
Maybe. So that's why I say the aunt needs to be held accountable too. He does. And now they're saying obviously they can't charge him as an adult, and I don't think they should. Even though he was there on purpose, but I don't think they should charge him as an adult. But he needs to pass. There needs to be.
He'll probably get. I mean, he'll definitely get charged by as a child.
As a
Of course,
juvenile.
like as a juvenile, we'll probably have to do time. I mean, if it gets to that point, I would assume that he would have to do time up until he's around maybe 18, because that's when he can get charged as an adult.
Yeah. Half his life.
Yeah,
Right, just as your child, that's almost like
Twice his life away.
Yeah.
almost like being charged as an adult, really.
Yeah.
But she needs to be held accountable, I feel.
But okay, alright. I see where you're coming from with it. Also, at the same time, again, there could be 2 scenarios. One, he could either have learned how to do it on his own, to where he loaded the gun up. But then it's also a great question as to where is she keeping this
That's what
firearm?
I'm saying.
How is
Like,
he
you
able
know,
to
you have
find
a young
it?
child in your home. There should be no way he even knows where it is or even have access to it.
Right.
It is possible though that she didn't know that he knew where it was.
I mean, that is true.
Kids are nosy.
Because if they try to charge her for something, they're gonna have to prove all of this shit. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah. Because for her, she probably really didn't.
But
know
that family,
he knew
according to
where
the
it was
article, they looking for some sort of,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody gotta pay.
some accountability.
Oh,
Something, yeah.
Somebody
So
gotta pay
somebody
for
got
this. Life
Right.
is gonna-
Yeah.
Somebody got
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it can't be nothing from it.
Mhm.
I'm sorry for the 9-year-old, but
Right.
you gotta eat that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what you had, and the fact that he knows better. You had intentions, and you went to do what you did. So for that, I don't know. It's no mercy. Unfortunately, she's 15, so young. You know, couldn't go to her first prom.
So it's no mercy for him.
Yeah.
But last week, with the girl leaving her child home for 6
I
days.
didn't say that she shouldn't have. There shouldn't have been anything, but also was pointing out other factors. They could have had some interventions, so it could have been avoided. That's all I was saying. This I didn't disagree with you. Yes, she should be held accountable. But 6 times that you leave your child home 6 times in the system.
Ain't no mercy for her.
But obviously some other things going on with her. This kid knew what he was doing. So no mercy for him.
She knew what she was doing.
I'm not saying it, but she probably had some other things.
I don't understand.
How's it related? I don't think that little boy had anything mental health related going on with him.
He was clearly being bullied.
Was he?
He just said that.
No, the articles say he had a problem with her.
The brother, yeah, you never said he was
brother
being
had been in a
bullied.
fight with him 2 times before prior to that.
Yeah, so he was not. We don't know what the situation was.
Earl on her to squabble. He clearly going out to it in juvie. They gonna be on his ass. For real. So he knew what he was
went over
doing.
there because he had beef, and he made some adult decisions, and there we go. So he went home.
And so did she.
Don't stop dragging this young lady who clearly has some things going on her. I'm just saying.
I don't understand how. Am I tripping?
Yes.
I cannot be tripping on this. I can't be tripping.
Don't you think that there could have been some other things that could have got involved with this young lady? Clearly, she wasn't already wrapped too tight. Again, I'm not saying that she wasn't supposed to be held accountable, but I'm also saying there probably was some things wrong with her. I'm not tripping just coming from a therapist standpoint.
I guess. I mean.
Y'all think she just purposely just said, I just don't give a damn about this baby?
Yes.
That's
Are you kidding me?
I don't know. I'm not inclined
You
to
leave your
that
child
fully.
for 6 days to go and party with your boyfriend, and then you come back. And you want to act all hysterical as if you don't know that you are like you was just like she left out and was just like, yeah, there's some oodles and noodles in there.
Little baby.
Like, what? Come on, yo, Leah, stop playing with you're intelligent. I know you want to do this. I know you want to do this therapy stuff and all of that. Like you wore your shirt last week. You was representing. Cool.
LGBT.
But I just like
LBC.
You can't sit here and tell me that a 9-year-old child. Mercy on him, which I get, yeah, mercy on him, but also at the same time, look at her and be like, well, you know.
No, here's my thing. Again, I'm not saying she shouldn't have got what she got.
Say mercy on her then.
No mercy.
No mercy?
Like, nobody really could feel sorry, but I mean, I just feel like it was other things going on.
That made her leave that baby and go party.
Yes.
You sound crazy.
Really?
I thought I was tripping.
Y'all
I thought
think
I was
she's
tripping.
just neglectful. That's it. Y'all don't think she have no mental health issues?
No. Fuck no.
Okay.
You sound like everybody else that try to plant mental health issues
as
soon as something goes wrong. Like,
but I only say that because all the other information we got. It wasn't just this one isolated incident. If so, like I said, 6 other times, y'all think something wrong with her?
6 other times.
Yeah. So you think she just did it all 6 other times? Like,
yes, there are people out here who are just not.
I need the people to get into this, see what y'all think.
Yeah, like there are other, like there are really.
It's not that deep.
It's real, but there are people out here who are not meant to be parents, and they don't have to have mental health issues.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with that. I just feel like it might.
She shouldn't have been a parent. That's just.
Well, yeah, because people, even with people who do have some mental health issues, may not be fit to be parents. I agree.
You diagnosed her with mental health.
I feel, yes, and speaking from a clinical standpoint.
So her leaving her child 6 times, and you like, oh, mental health.
I'm not saying that it's not neglecting what y'all are saying, but I just don't think it's just solely just. I just want to party. Peace.
Okay.
See you later.
Just want you to know, you sound crazy. I just want you to know that.
I thought I was bugging. I thought I was tripping on this. But you know,
rest in peace to this
15-year-old.
to this 15-year-old, and then
condolences to her family.
This is horrible.
Yeah, you know, especially the father was home, so for him to hear that and he thinking it's like somewhere else and it's right there on the front porch of his home. That's
I thought this
hard.
was, when I came across this article, I was like, "Dad, this was heavy."
Yeah.
These are really young people,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So who is held responsible for that. That's why I dropped it in the group chat. And again, it went into
So
what
this
we
is
talked
tough.
about.
So we'll definitely keep you on the mix with
Yeah.
this, because we definitely got to see what's going to happen to this child and who will be held,
I'm curious.
accountable. Yeah, so we'll keep y'all in the mix with that, man. Moving on. I'm assuming you're going to say this young lady had.
All right, I don't know the story. What's the story before I go ahead and give my mental health sit on it?
A New Orleans mother stabbed 2 of her toddlers. One's dead.
Okay.
The other is in critical condition.
Okay.
Now, she is 31 years old.
Okay.
All right. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. First name is Janae. Pettisco?
I don't even know. It sounds like French or something. I don't know.
I don't even know. But she's being charged with 2nd-degree murder and attempted 2nd-degree murder, and 2 counts of 2nd-degree cruelty to a juvenile in connection with the double stabbing. And that was reported at her home at 11:17 a.m. This was over the weekend. Showed a man believed to his father arriving to the scene in a white pickup truck. Minutes later,
Mental health could be involved in this too.
That's what.
I mean, it's also postpartum. Y'all gotta take that into account. I mean, yes, the kids are
Okay,
children.
understandable with the postpartum.
Yeah, I mean,
Very understandable with that.
there's some sociological factors to y'all have to not mental. Y'all have to consider these things too. I'm just saying. And like I said, postpartum was the first thing that I thought about. Who knows? Is she psychotic? We don't know. So we really can't just base it just off the article. It's reporting what happened, an event, an incident. But we don't know this young lady's backstory.
Listen, they can all go to hell. If you cause any harm to a
I hope
child,
anybody out there who has actual mental health issues.
if you're aware that you have mental health issues, don't bring a child into this world.
What? I mean, that's not everybody.
Condoms.
And even if you develop mental health issues after you have the child,
Seek help.
if you kill that child, you are a piece of shit.
Yeah, go to hell. Go to hell. That child did not ask to be into this world just for you to take them out.
I agree.
Like, it's plain and simple.
I'm not disagreeing with y'all.
If you've already been diagnosed and you know that you're not fit to be a parent,
But some people probably haven't. Maybe don't even have the resources.
Even if they haven't.
You know how much it costs for some people to get medication just to even get an evaluation? It's not easy.
I understand that. That's just it's like
Our
it's no
system
remorse there.
sucks.
It's no remorse there when you take children's lives, babies' lives.
yeah,
No, I get it.
So
you
I
can
get
go
it,
to
but
hell. Go to hell.
just-
There's no sympathy there.
I understand. Zero sympathy.
There's no sympathy. I'm
Cause
sorry.
that's just too close along the lines of these people that be doing these mass shootings, and they be like, oh, they got mental health,
Right.
and people be trying.
So
to
some of those other stories that we hear, like the backstory of Harlem, they don't have mental health issues. Clearly, could be like racially driven or some other things. But in this case, it's so vague.
Mhm.
I don't know how to really assess that. But it is it is sad. You know, it is unfortunate.
It's a tragedy.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would not say that it's not the case, but
I just, yeah. And again, even if you're aware, or even if like prior to you probably realized you just weren't yourself, place the child in the comfort of someone in your family.
what if she don't have that support? Some people don't have support systems. Be thankful you do.
Listen,
I feel like that because sometimes that we have this mindset
adoption.
that we
But
can
you
just
don't-
speak
but
like that.
sometimes
We
you
don't
really
know
don't-
everybody's story.
Yeah, you
And
don't. But also sometimes like it's even scarier to put a child up for adoption,
Even that
because
too,
there's
the
some
system-
sick ass folks out there that.
Exactly.
So it's tough, but people have to understand, man. Like kids that come into this world, they didn't ask to be here, right?
Yeah.
These are toddlers. These are toddlers, and you just took everything from them.
So in this case, he was trying to get them from her because he had reported signs like she was unfit. So
Usually there are signs. That's why.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely,
That's why it's no
100%.
Right.
That's why it's no reward.
But
And
what
it's
was
just-
the case? Why
and
did?
it's
Why was
just-
he unsuccessful? Did they say?
You know it's
You know
tough.
the
You
system for
you know
a guy to get-
right?
Same
Like
system
what?
you just said fails.
Right.
Fails at that
It's
too.
like, come on, man. It's
It is
it's
unfortunate,
not always
especially
going
considering
to
that he
go in the favor of the father winning to have full custody of kids.
I mean, especially if they at least she showed like she's able to meet their basic needs. You know, housing, shelter, food, clothing, things like that. The law, I mean, the system looks at those things.
It's
So it's
just-
kind of hard to ask for full custody when you have all those things in play.
Right. You know, it's just that this is tough because, of course, you know, one child's life is gone
Mm-hmm.
at the hands of the mother. Other child, you know,
May not make. Who knows? The life is
right,
completely
stable
altered.
condition.
Oh, it's stable. Okay.
Yeah, or critical. Excuse me,
Yeah,
critical
so-
condition. I mean, as the child gets older, it's kind of like, how do you sit there and like talk to your child, like especially if you know you're wondering what happened to the mom.
Maybe they don't have to tell that part. I don't know if I would.
At some point, you're gonna want the truth.
That's true. Yeah, but that's a hard
You're
truth
gonna
to
want the
tell.
truth, and I mean,
And
especially
he may
if the,
not
if
have
the
that
father
because
is able to get
Which was
custody
the
of
critical
the
condition?
child.
Well, both are young. They said earliest memories are like 4, so they may not remember this incident. You know, so the most they probably would ask is just, "Where's my mom?" Because to say, "Mom died."
And I mean, also too, like you got like depending on where the child was stabbed, you're gonna wonder like, you know, how did I get this scar? Where did this scar come from?
No, I'm not saying they probably want the truth. But I'm just saying it's a hard truth to tell.
Yeah,
Whereas like
it
can
is.
we
Extremely.
enable that a bit?
Extremely.
It's a very hard truth to tell. Like that's
It
some
is.
trauma you really just don't want to.
Right. Because you're gonna
Conjure.
you're gonna want to know the why.
And the
Why
why.
did
The trauma's already there.
Right.
The trauma is already there, but I'm
It's gonna
saying,
be there.
I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know if this child will remember this incident.
Listen,
Do y'all remember memories at 3? Because I don't.
I do.
You know, I ain't gonna front. I definitely do.
Even still, me saying that the trauma is gonna be there means that it's more likely that the child is gonna remember this shit. But even if they don't, like the repercussions of it, it's still gonna be
Yeah, I
there.
think
Whether the
because-
child knows about it or not,
Mhm.
you know, it's still gonna be there.
Because honestly, the dad has to, you know, that's rough.
Yeah.
To deal
It's
with
But-
that.
definitely tough.
I mean, yeah, tough situations, man.
Hell yeah,
Pray for these
man.
kids.
Yeah, seriously. Moving on. This one is a bit crazy. So Nicole Linton, 37 years of age. She's a nurse from Texas.
Mhm.
She had been charged with 6 counts of vehicular manslaughter over the weekend.
6 counts of murder,
6 counts of murder, excuse
5
me.
counts of vehicular
That
manslaughter
was
Vehicular
the
manslaughter.
with
second
gross
house.
negligence.
That's
All
how-
right. Now, according to news,
She did
reports,
have mental health issues.
she was attempting to commit suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know she had mental health issues?
In my, not even clinical opinion, just in my personal opinion, anyone who is trying to commit suicide probably has some mental health issues going on. I'm just saying.
Okay. Anywho,
Anyway, there's stories floating around, but we don't really know as to what because they said that she was intoxicated when this took place and she wasn't.
she was
They're saying that she wanted to commit suicide because of her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend.
that was also speculation.
Speculation behind that, but it's just crazy for you to try to kill yourself. You end up alive and kill 6 other people.
That's how shit be happening.
Insane. And with all those counts that she got hit with, she's gonna be serving life.
So okay, how did she kill all these people? There's different vehicles. It's all like a family in one car that she
Did
hit.
you see the video?
No, I didn't see.
So
I didn't
she
see
was
it.
going like
75 or something.
that was more than that. They said anywhere between
They had
90.
the video for
They have a
it?
video for it.
Jeez, that's nasty.
They had it.
Because they had
She
an
went through.
intersection.
She went through an
just
intersection.
drove through.
They
Went
said
through an
any,
intersection,
they
ran
said
through a red
anywhere
light.
between 90 and 130 miles an hour she was traveling. She barreled through the intersection. She hit like 3 cars, instantly burst into flames. You know what I'm saying? One of the victims apparently was pregnant. That's why it's just crazy how shit like that happens, because it's like you trying to kill yourself, you live and you kill 6 people.
But here's some other wild news, ladies and gentlemen. You want to talk about a system?
Failing?
This woman, prior to this, already had 13 other car accidents.
In and out of California.
Now this just hit me. Because again, did she even have a license? What if it was already revoked?
Probably was.
I would imagine so.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, I just thought about that. Like, we're saying that the system, but the system may have already done their part. But as you know, people drive illegally every day. Nori just got his license just a couple of days ago, week ago, whatever.
They should have put a boot on her. They should have got rid of her car. She shouldn't have been able to drive anymore.
Yeah. She was arraigned already. They didn't say anything about her not having a license. So I don't know if she.
But 13?
I would speculate she didn't.
13.
I can
She
imagine. She right. I was saying
That sounds
13. I would
crazy.
think because you already get some points like to get it revoked. I can imagine she even had her license.
13
That's
is
probably
crazy.
driving off of.
She shouldn't even be allowed to ride in a car.
She is
13
crazy.
charges. You
Like,
have to walk.
what the hell?
You gonna have to walk. You can't even catch an Uber, shorty.
Between insurance and everything, I don't think she had a license. I'm
She
gonna
gonna
be
need one of them scooters. She better get one of them. What
Man.
is she talking about?
She probably wrecked one of them.
I mean, we know where she's going though.
Yeah.
She going to hell.
She's
going straight to hell.
burn.
I just want to let you know. She's going to hell.
Highway to hell.
Now, will she make her commit suicide and be successful?
We gonna see.
Maybe.
They gonna keep close tabs on her though.
It's been so much crazy news happening. Like, it's
Yeah,
been insane.
But that's insane.
That is really
that's really insane. That's kind of like some Final Destination type shit, like
I know.
where you try to take your life, but it's not your turn just yet.
Right. But do you imagine those people who just like y'all ever think about this though? Like every day we wake up, we go about our regular routines, and you just never know when it's your day.
Yeah, it's crazy.
People driving around doing a thing and they just got it.
But you have people like this, and you sit back and you just think about like the people out here who's just driving. You never really know what they're thinking. Like if you know this person that's just making this sharp turn, or
You gotta be.
yeah.
I mean, it's a different type of like. It's almost like a paranoia type of vigilance you gotta have just navigating this fucking world, because stuff like that you can't even see it coming. She was flying.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like you just
Listen,
can't even like.
I wouldn't even like. Don't watch the video. Just take our word for it. Like, I mean, it happened so quick in the video. Like, it's another video from like somebody's camera. Nah, it was another video from somebody's like Ring camera, and like it sound like a freaking like spaceship zooming by. Like, crazy.
It's insane. Shit is insane, man. But our prayers goes out to the families who might have lost those that were involved in that, and her selfish antic. That's very selfish of her.
Yeah, you look at me like I'm 100%.
Oh, all right.
Okay, yeah.
All right, because you already.
Although in this case, with some other things, I do feel like that's not. If you want to go and kill yourself, I feel like just don't involve other people. There are other ways. Not that I'm condoning that, guys, especially as a therapist. But there are other ways that you can do it that doesn't involve other people. And with that, I do feel like that was a very selfish act.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Agreed.
Take the pills. Do something.
But seriously, on a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a Mixxener who has experienced this, or please seek help. Talk to a friend, someone. It's okay to go to therapy and talk things out, journal, do what you can. There are people out there that love you. Just know that
the system is terrible though.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really put in place to really help people. I mean, the providers are very frustrated with this. It's bad.
Yeah, it's horrible. And then it's people out there. I know some. I'm friends with some people that just not even with help or not, whatever. Sometimes it's still hard for them.
Yeah,
And
life is hard.
Yeah,
they try to navigate,
life is extremely
and
hard.
it's just crazy. So I mean, pray for your friends. Talk to your friends. Tell them you love them. Tell them you care for them. Care about them. Spend as much time with them as you can, because you never know what they're going through. And sometimes what you think can help doesn't always help.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Telling you, even if y'all don't have a 30-minute talk, a simple call or a text, hey, I love you, can go a long way. So just keep that in mind.
And I need people not to suppress whatever it is they're going through. Like, it's okay to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
definitely.
acknowledge that we all got something going on, and sometimes people just don't want to
Be a burden.
acknowledge and be a burden.
Yeah.
That they have some things going on, so it's okay.
For sure. Moving on to some entertainment. So Young Money, they did have the reunion.
He did.
They did have the reunion. Yeah, so they got together. And during the reunion, Weezy, F Baby, F is for phenomenal. The F is for
A bunch of shit.
right. You know, he announced that the Carter 6 is on the way. With me being a Weezy fan, I don't know what to expect. I wasn't really. I like the Carter 5 better than I like the Carter 4. I will say that. But the Carter 5 also consisted of songs that had already been produced like years prior to, because the Carter 5 was supposed to be released years ago. But of course, what was going on when he was, you know, signed under Baby and all of that, and a whole bunch of nonsense. So he did not release that for those reasons. I hope we get a solid project from Wayne.
6.
I hope we can.
People are not excited.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not really, because now the first 3 Carters.
They say he could have stopped there.
Yeah, I would agree, because those first 3 classics. How would you rank them?
In order. In the order
Yeah.
that was released. 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
As 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Because some people would put the Carter 2 and then the Carter 1.
Some people will put the Carter 2, then the Carter 3, then the Carter number 1. Some people will put Carter 3, then 2, then 1. I just, you know my theory. The whole theme of the Carter was executed the best on the first one. The second one is when a lot of people finally started to catch on to how brilliant he was. So that's like, you know how like the nostalgia of when you first start listening to a fire artist, a lot of people got that kind of memory around the Carter 2. And then the Carter 3 was anticipated because it didn't come out till 3 years after the Carter 2. And then that's the one that did like, you know, $1 million in a week.
I will say this though, if it is new material, and especially because of the features and stuff he's been doing in the past year,
I'm sure it'll be.
some good stuff on there.
I'm hoping and praying. All right, I know we always say how we want, you know, the old somebody, how we used to be like, man, we want old Kanye back, we want old Wayne, I hope we can get old Wayne. When I say old Wayne, I would like to have, you know,
them 3 dreads off now.
Carter 1, Carter 2 days, you know, dedication, Wayne. I would like that. Could we get that?
All I can say, because Carter 5 had some new and some old Wayne on it. You know, we was waiting years and years and years for that. If he got a Carter 6, especially, y'all seen the interview, Wayne said it takes him a longer time now to even make verses and songs because he's rapped so much and for so long. He trying not to say old shit. He trying to incorporate new stuff, so it's not.
And that's because he just goes in and freestles them off the dome.
I mean, it's that too, but I mean, that nigga, he done said so much.
Right.
If we look at, like you just said though, if we even look at a lot of his features and stuff like that, I know you hate Drake and his album, but the verse that Wayne had on Certified Lover Boy, Wayne killed that.
He did.
He definitely did. He definitely did.
So as far as us knowing, he still got it. He just gotta. It just at this older age, after he's released so much work, it's just gotta come from a different source to get a body to get a project out.
We have to allow our artists to grow, right?
Oh yeah.
So I don't think we should look like, oh, the old Wayne. We could allow him to be in this space. Now you can still evolve, but hopefully make good music. And I hope we don't hold our artists to that standard. And I talk from that because, you know, people can't let Nas go with the whole Illmatic. Like, people can evolve and still drop great music. So I'm thinking with this, like I said, some of the features we heard from him over the past year, it may could be something cool.
I don't expect it to be bad, you know. Wayne,
Right.
I just, Wayne is in my top 10 all time. That's my nigga Weezy. I feel like I was just saying this last week. When it comes to certain stuff with rap, think of Lil Wayne first.
Okay. I think that's a fair.
Think
to
of-
say.
Yeah. Wayne is definitely
Think of
You
Wayne
know, now
first.
Drake got people all in their feelings because he's throwing out the GOAT. Nicki's a GOAT.
That's cool.
Wayne's a GOAT.
That's
What
cool.
did they expect him
I
to
know a
say?
lot of people that said it about both of them. That's cool. I respect it.
I mean, hey,
I respect it.
Yeah, everybody has their goats.
I respect
Yes.
it. Wayne
There's
is-
folks out here that think Braun is the GOAT.
I respect that too.
I don't respect it. But whatever.
I mean, we know who the GOAT is.
Right.
But I respect
Right.
it. I respect it still. He's done enough to be in the conversation.
Yeah, I'm about
That's
to say
why
he's definitely
Yeah.
yes.
There's some people that you gonna be
Which
listening
no
to.
matter, he just gets such hate, But,
Yeah. But we'll see how this Carter 6 project turns out. I'm praying because Wayne is
I
still
do
my
agree
guy.
with what y'all just said though. I really I don't know. I'm a fan of trilogies, so I feel like he could have just stopped with the Carter name,
Yeah.
and Carter 3, and then
Hell
just.
yeah.
But I mean,
Could have gave us 3, like
'cause
how Fab did with
he does it with all of
the
them.
Soul Tapes. Yeah.
There's no competition. It was 3 of them. Soul
Yup.
Tapes. It was 3. Summertime Shootouts. It was 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even Jay.
Yeah.
3 blueprints, 3 volumes. And even if he was gonna keep it going at 5, I thought he was gonna start at 5. Now you like 6. I'd be like, bro, let's get a creative name. Let's get a creative album title.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Something, but we're gonna see.
Shout out to
Artists
Lil
don't know
Wayne.
how to end off on that good note. Like it's cool.
Shout out to Lil Wayne forever, man.
Wayne,
But
please, bro. Just let the dreads go.
He ain't gonna do it.
Please.
absolutely.
He can restart him
Let
at
the
this point.
dreads go, bro.
And Weezy, if you bring back the braids like
Let
back
him
in
go.
the day,
Well, he
Nah,
can
I'm
get
back
it right.
to
I don't even know if he could bring back the braids, bro. I don't know.
I think he can bring back.
No, his follicles might not be there no more.
Listen, that one dread is still hanging for dear life. Like it's just waiting to fall. It's waiting. We gonna see.
People don't know if you don't maintain dread.
Even if you do too much maintaining it, he
Yeah,
might have got
that's
him twisted a little
yeah.
bit too many times. He might have colored him a few too many times. He is a freaking superstar.
Taking your crown,
He
guys,
didn't,
ladies and gents.
it's all good though.
You know, and I'm also saying that lean probably had something to do with it too. You know, he was wilding with that.
Possibly.
He was wilding with that. But Wayne, we still rock with you, bro. We still rock with you, man. Moving on, man. So Omarion, he came out and announced that he had charged So F and Classy's cousin and the rest of B2K for the time on the phone. He charged them a couple racks because he wanted to make sure they were all in for the Millennium Tour. Crazy, right? That sounds crazy.
Like for the phone call? Like
Yeah,
talking
to
about
be
the
on
tour?
the phone. Yeah, like to be on the
How
phone
can
with
you
them.
That's crazy.
I know. It sounds insane. Like it sounds insane.
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
know.
know.
They paid that?
And to
guess
who?
I-
Him? Like what?
Yeah, like
Look,
He
I'm
said
guessing
that.
some if they
Like
was all
Drake
able to
did
get
we?
on
Like
tour
what?
together. Now you know what?
he probably like, that's an investment. We gotta pay him. We
I
gotta
don't
make
know
this
what
money.
it is. I
I
don't
give him 10,
know.
I
Like
make 100. All right.
I don't know. Who boosted Omarion's head like that? You know what? I know who it is. It was the women out here. It was the freaking women out here. Y'all boosted his ego.
I mean, he's
And-
nice looking.
They don't care about that.
I'm just
He's boosting his ego right
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Like,
I know he
nigga
was
can't
boosting.
sing.
You
He
right.
can't sing.
I
He
agree.
proved all that. He gets on stage. He eats watermelons. You would like that. You would probably like that shit.
She
I
wants some
think
watermelon.
he's nice looking.
She
That's
wants some
nice.
You enjoyed it.
I'm
didn't
just
you?
saying.
You enjoyed the verses?
I thought it was
You
corny.
like?
No. I thought it was very corny that he did that. But you just said why did he
Really
hyping
love
him because he thought he was gonna get it because of his looks. But he is nice looking. I ain't gonna.
But
lie.
anyway, yeah, I think my man's just. I can see why these labels dropped him, bro. Like I can see why MMG dropped him. I can see why Young Money dropped him.
Did we ever talk about his version of Bedrock?
No,
But it was trash.
Was it?
Yeah, he was
No.
here. It was horrible. It was something you don't ever want to hear.
I ain't gonna lie.
It was garbage.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I know what you would say about it too. You
I
gonna
would say it's not
you gonna
good.
say it's borderline trash.
I think she would say it was trash. It's not even
She
borderline.
I
It
remember
was
she
it was
She was
trash.
trying not to hurt feelings and shit though. She
Yeah.
Sometimes you know with music,
But it was definitely
trash.
trash. I'm glad that they
borderline
got
trash
Lloyd
was
on it.
created with music.
Lloyd was the right fit for that.
Yeah, he's perfect.
Mario,
He's perfect.
yeah, it was trash.
I don't understand the charging crap. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand that either. Like
It's an investment. He probably was like, "Look, man, y'all want to make money on tour? Give me this bread right now. You'll make it back in this, son. What you trying to do?" And they probably needed it. So
BTK,
probably was
they
like,
need a whole healing. Like they need a retreat and just
They
heal.
don't need to fuck with each other no more.
Or you know what? You're right. Sometimes you could let
Yeah.
relationships go.
They
That's a
don't
good
need to fuck with
lesson.
each other
You
no
know what? I'm glad. Speaking of letting things go. Speaking of letting this is a great way to segue into this, man, because this man has been trending. Okay, so Irv Gotti was on Drink Champs. This is like what his second,
This is
his third appearance on
He's
Drink
interviewing
Champs.
him though.
This is his
Nori?
third. It's so you know Drink Champs has been on an incline. So
Yes, it has.
it's a lot of people that he had on there in the beginning that he's like, when the show gets bigger, I want to do it again.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you know he's reaching level. Shout out to Nori for that.
Shout out
too.
to Nori.
Yeah, because I did hear, and I need to
subscribe
catch
to
this. I did hear the Patti LaBelle interview was really good.
Shout out to Patty.
I need to. She was looking good on there too, by the way. Shout out to Patty. I don't know if it's them Patty pies.
Patty.
What? But
Patty a legend, man.
we're gonna play this quick clip for y'all,
I'm embarrassed.
and then we're gonna dive in because I have a question, and the question is, when do you let the hurt go?
So when do you guys let the hurt go?
When do you let
Yeah.
that go? Let's get into it.
So let's get into it.
I can get past you wanting to be with Nelly.
Sounds like you didn't get past that. To be honest.
Listen, at the time of it happens, any man
Yeah, of course.
is her. The chick you fucking are in love with is with this nigga.
Country grandma.
You wanna hear how I found out?
How you found out?
Only on Drink Champ. It's on the documentary too.
Yeah. How did you find out, sir?
I was at home.
There wasn't no Twitter or Instagram back
I was
then.
at home. Listen to this shit. This is God wanted me to find out. I was at home. NBA package. I like watching sports. Oh my God, what's this commotion going on in the stadium? We just found out what the commotion is. Nelly has walked in with the shot team.
And he said a lot more with that, but
He definitely
he
did.
said
Now
a lot
watching this interview, all right. 7 minutes in, he's already mentioning Ashanti. He wore a watch that was
more. Allegedly
brought by her, right? Probably the first full hour or so, that's all he kept talking about. And if they went on to a different topic, he would somehow circle back to Ashanti.
Okay.
Bro, I get it. Ashanti must have had some fire ass pussy.
Beyond that, they probably had a solid,
Did they?
relation.
Did they have a solid relationship?
I mean, we don't know. We don't know what their encounters were
Wasn't
like.
he married at the
He
time?
was separated according to him, and he made it very clear. Now I don't know if he's just
You
doing it
believe
to save
him?
face.
You believe him?
His ex-wife made it very clear too
That she was the homewrecker.
that she wasn't a homewrecker. Yeah, Ashanti was not a homewrecker.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say, that she was not the homewrecker. They were separated, and they had built whatever they built.
So this is what I think. This
Okay.
is why I think Irv Gotti can't let it go.
Okay.
Okay.
Check me out real quick.
All
Right?
right. We got Chi-Town's finest, so who we got? Dr. Esteban.
This might be Dr. Esteban Gustavo right here, just a little.
All right.
So check this out, right? Because if you listen to, except for this new Drink Champ, I've seen his first two Drink Champs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Irv Gotti is a pretty successful guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's in his repertoire to date and sleep with, like, attractive women.
Mhm.
A lot of them, like, pretty much, they probably all are, high level attractive, whatever. So he reiterates that when people kind of like bring up the Ashanti thing, like, he just like, he tries to make it seem like that's normal for him, right? But even on that note, Ashanti's different than all of those other women. that
But
he
she
probably messed
mentioned
with.
in this interview.
Right.
Mhm.
And because of that reason, the difference that Ashanti has over all of these women was not something that he took seriously or something that he was used to, because he was Murder Inc. You're Ashanti, but you're under Murder Inc. So this is normal for me to be, okay, yeah, you R&B singer. This is what I do. I'm Irv Gotti. I'm that guy, right? Until, you know, afterwards, you know, Murder Inc. crumbles and all this stuff, whatever. I'm sure he still got some money with it. I'm sure he's still invested in certain things. Cool. But Ashanti, even on her, like, she's still probably more talked about even after Murder Inc. crumbled than he is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you kind of realize after the fact, especially your wife, y'all divorced, you know what I'm saying, and later on, you just like, damn, I was in a situation I might not have even known what was going on. You know what I'm saying? I might not have took it as seriously as I might have took it. Then you realize the feelings you probably have for this woman, because just like how his ex-wife was like, they broke up because he was like a serial cheater. He admits it on every interview. When he was probably messing with Ashanti, I'm sure he was doing his thing with other joints too. And he was just like, that's what that is what it is, but this is what I do because I'm Irv Gotti and I can do that. And that's why Ashanti probably didn't take him seriously. Even if they had any kind of connection, she probably was just like, I clearly can't take this guy serious because I see how he gets down. You know what I'm saying? He's separated from his wife right now, even still. And she probably just like, maybe at some point she probably realized I shouldn't even been in this situation. And then she pulled up to the game with Nelly, which is a much better situation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nelly. Country Grammar Nellyville's classics.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's a good assessment.
That's what I
So whether they, that's what I meant, like the connection. I mean, I won't go as far as say relationship, but he probably, because he did mention he wasn't able to talk to other women the way he was talking to her after he smashed.
I think it was more connection from him than it was from her.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that is why he is very much hurt to this day.
But what, like, all right, now were they actually talking about something? Because even listening to him, it just sounded like, okay, after they had sex, he would just think of a song, and it's just like,
yeah, that's how, if you go on YouTube right now under Ashanti Happy, I had to see this in myself. Mad people was like, Chick Chance brought me here because he said literally after they did that, they created a song Happy.
Yeah, they Happy, yeah. So it's just like, did you actually have a connection with her, or did you just have a connection at the fact that, like, okay, we can make some great music together?
I think it was both.
You can connect things to her versus other women. It was just easy.
Yeah, I think it was both, because he said, part of it would really hurt him was just letting go of the whole. They was making a lot of money, he said too, so it just kind of leaving.
Yeah, now you saw he
together.
Cause she let. That hurt me the most.
Right.
She said, "I can't do this no more."
They're right. That's what I too.
He thought he had it all.
He had all his world problems, so that was also the male ego there.
He said, "I can't."
She like, nah, nigga.
She said, "I can't do this no more."
We can't throw up the murder no more. So
right.
And she was well within her will to be able to go somewhere else and still flourish.
Right.
Absolutely.
Her success was not tied to Irv Gotti like he thought it probably.
So here's my thing, Irv.
She moved clean on.
She did.
Right.
And maybe the way, at the end of the day, I don't really think she owed him anything. The way she moved on. I mean, it sucks that she, he caught her watching the NBA game, but she didn't owe him anything.
Sucks for who?
No, I'm just saying, just because I know he was hurt. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I don't think she owed him a conversation, anything like that. But
he still owns her music though, right?
Yeah, he sold.
He probably does.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Did he sell the masters though for like $300 million or something?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
My whole thing is this: like, I get it. He's in his feelings, all good and plenty, but
it's like 20 years
ago.
Let it
go, bro.
Yeah.
Let it go, bro.
Let it go, like frozen.
Like, let that go. Like, you really have to let that hurt.
And the fact that she doesn't talk about it
at all,
acknowledge it.
Nobody knew.
That's not exactly like
until
we did not need to know this.
Mind you, Drink Champs wasn't the first time. He's been talking about this.
No, we know this is like
this
is not new. But I mean, we didn't. Nobody knew then. We didn't.
Like even his first Drink Champs, he had been talking about it for years, like on radio interviews and shit before that.
Like, what's going on?
Listen. Let me take
it's like it's really like let that shit go.
Irving Lorenzo Jr. Let it go, my brother.
Let
it go, my brother. Ashanti has moved on. She doesn't care. She's never spoken on. It's not a thing to speak on.
It's not.
Nobody would have ever known. Nobody should have ever known. Just let it go, bro. It can still be murder.
But
you still
you
don't
know
listen to
what?
Ja Rule.
Right.
This is applicable to the people because people like to go, not even just letting things go, they just go on social media. Don't stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
let it go.
I'm gonna need y'all to not
Like
go on
Irv
social
mentioning
media and talk
Irv mentioning Ashanti is just as annoying as Skip mentioning LeBron every single day. Skip can go in the bathroom stall and see someone piss and be like, I just witnessed a man pee from long range. I bet LeBron can't do that. Like, bro, you just let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these people can really sleep peacefully every single day, but y'all just find a way to keep their names in your mouth. It's weird.
Nelly probably looking like, bro, what's up with you? Shout out to Nelly too, cause him and Ashanti still cool.
They cool now.
He don't even.
Like,
They actually
But they
have
recently-
a public relationship.
I was about
They
to
don't
say,
even
but they
talk
are-
about that shit as much as he.
Yeah, and they recently got cool. At
They
the verses, matter of fact.
yeah, they recently got.
Yeah, at
He
the
took a
verses.
little snub and said he got floor tickets or whatever. You know, he said that at the concert.
And
And
he brought her
funny.
out.
He's
Just
funny
recently
for that.
over the
Yeah,
weekend.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
They probably both was in on that. They funny for that.
And I'm glad they was able to do that. To be like, yo, we over it. Like, even we had a relationship, it's done, but we're over it.
They had a public relationship,
Yeah.
and we don't know as much about their public relationship as we know about Irv and
And
Ashanti's
stuff.
private relationship.
Right.
Facts.
Like, come on.
Nah, seriously.
Come on,
But
bro.
why? I'm hearing too many men name dropping and they doing it in songs and raps and
Who
like.
else?
We was talking about Drake that was doing it. Like, well, these guys just be going.
You know, the
to
game
talk too
has a
much.
habit of doing that
Game,
too.
yes.
Game could bring up somebody that he
Drake?
hit like in
Who did
2007.
Drake name drop? Was it who he had relate? Was it SZA somebody in that
Oh,
song?
SZA.
Like,
Yeah.
why are they doing all this stuff? Like,
She fucked with that too, by the way.
That's fine.
She absolutely was cool with that.
she may be, but that's not.
Too.
Huh?
Neo.
Which I'm about to get. I'm about to speak of him.
About-
Yeah.
I'm about to bring him
Drop
up.
that.
That's what you was talking about?
Yeah.
No, it's something else.
Oh.
I'm gonna talk about. But speaking of Neo,
Okay, yeah. Speaking of Neo, but yeah, Irv, let that hurt go, bro.
Let it go.
It's 2022. We damn near about to be in 23. In 2023, I no longer want to hear interviews with you
Excuse
mentioning
me.
Ashanti.
Next week we don't want to hear no more. Like, let it. We don't need to go
Today.
2023.
Facts, like
What you talking about?
right now,
Right.
before midnight.
That's the end of it. Like, we just
Shit.
Hey,
get it out y'all system
But
before midnight. Like,
speaking of Neo and Drink Champs, I feel like does everybody go on Drink Champs just to be talking these like?
They get a little lit. They get a little
yeah, but
lit.
they be sharing stuff we don't need to hear. So they said in a clip for an upcoming episode, Neo makes a shocking revelation. He said Ice-T allowed him to grab his wife's.
That's what I said.
Oh, that's what it was.
That
Backside.
came out like
But
yesterday.
he telling the whole story. He like Ice-T, let me squeeze Coco booty one time. Yes, respectfully. Can it even be respectful? You asking another man's wife to touch her butt? Like, I don't understand. But Ice-T was cool with it. And even gave him a fist pound after he did it. He was like, bro, with all due respect, I want to squeeze Coco's ass for a really long time. Ice-T goes and says, you know what? And I'm that kind of pimp that will let you do it.
Yeah,
At this
Ice-T
point-
said,
Okay.
like,
I'm about to
Yeah, Coco walks over Ice-T, whispers something in her ear, and then the singer says this happened. She turned around and bent that thing over. Talking about this man's wife like this. And I tried to grab as much as a handful as I could. He gave me a pound and we drank and hugged.
now is this when Neo had hair?
I hope not. I doubt it. He lost that hair at an early age.
I was about to say when he came out, he was.
Oh, so like,
First of all, I'm weak because the pimping is immaculate over there with Ice-T.
Facts.
What he got going on, the ism is enormous.
If you want to talk about somebody that lives like peacefully and got his hoes in order, Ice-T?
would y'all let another man touch your leg?
Nah,
Absolutely not.
Okay.
not at all.
Okay.
I'm not a pimp. Like
Me
Ice-T.
neither. I'm not gonna sit here in front and
You
be
know.
like, I would do that. I'm okay with that. No, because
Alright, yeah.
If my
nigga,
pimp was
even if you
strong,
felt comfortable enough to come to me and say that, I gotta slap you.
you know what?
Like-
Before you take it that far, because we gotta mention this, because I feel like the lives of celebrities, they get people telling them about on both sides, the men and women,
Mm.
how attractive their spouses are. And so, because this, I gotta slide this in there too, real quick, before we switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
Party, and Megan.
Oh yeah.
So the crazy part about that is that like it is a difference when like Neo's situation where you just feel comfortable enough to go like, yo, your girl bad. I wish I could squeeze her ass. That's brazy. But I'm pretty sure like they gotta deal with hearing and seeing stuff like people saying stuff like that about their spouses all the time.
Right.
And Ice-T probably was kind of flattered by it because a lot of people often are flattered by how attracted to their spouses.
But can we admit we didn't hear the story though? Like I don't even. Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, whatever. But The Rock said he would be Megan Thee Stallion's dog. Like, you know, him and Kevin Hart got the movie, the superhero dogs, whatever. And Party like responded to it and was like, you know, like tell your wife pretty much learn how to season, and then you know you will be alright. And it was like niggas was looking like, bro, do you know The Rock will obliterate you, bro? Like,
you really don't want to go one-on-one with the great one.
But it's like even beyond that, like, oh, it's corny. Like it's a compliment to your wife. I mean,
right.
like you know what I mean. Take it as a compliment.
And that's not even his wife.
I mean, your chick, whatever. Like, just take it's a compliment, sir. You that insecure?
That's what people were saying. They was like, you could tell. They said you could tell the type of guys that's not used to having like a bad chick and shit like that.
Yeah.
What does Party do?
He makes music.
He's a rapper, ain't he?
Yeah, he makes music.
What song?
I don't know. So I didn't know him because I don't listen to him like that. He has a fan base.
I think he got one song somebody played.
He got a fan. That's what I was gonna say. Somebody played one of his songs for me before and I heard it. I just didn't know who it was.
So he's cool. Can he rap?
Oh, I don't
This,
that much.
you know how it's.
It was just somebody. Oh, I heard that.
Yeah. You know how it's different to like we looking at like skill as a rapper versus like is this song good?
Well, look, we know him as Megan Thee Stallion.
And not sound bad, and the song didn't sound bad as a song, but it's not like I'm gonna be like damn
I don't know if he's. He must not be that good because him and Meg don't even have a song together yet.
Where did all these bars?
I think he's more produce side, like
he does that. He does that too.
Oh yeah. Shit, Dr. Drake was in songs.
Let me ask you. Even if you are insecure, don't show it. You know what I'm saying? Like that was just corny, yo. I don't know.
I mean, as much stuff as everyone says about Meg,
it's kind of like left and right.
It's kind of like, all right, he really had to like like, all right,
he in his feelings.
Yeah, he was. It was kind of like, okay, you know
but
what?
But to be disrespectful like that and be like, your lady.
But it wasn't disrespectful.
Like, no, not what Rock said. What Party said. Like I felt like that was.
This is how I feel, right?
Yeah,
this is how I feel.
Party that was corny.
According to like Dwayne Johnson, I'm sure The Rock would probably look at him and say, listen, you can take that comment, take it right off Instagram, shine it up real nice, turn it sideways, and stick it straight up his candy ass.
He probably doesn't even know him. Like that's just crazy.
I'm sure he don't know him.
I don't think he knows him until he acknowledges him. But you guys gotta stop being so insecure. Yo, stop chatting and just stop being insecure. I'm gonna need y'all men. Y'all taking too many L's right now. So many chatty patties. Yo, and I'm saying it. Chatty patties and just insecure. It's bad. Yeah. Come on, man. Y'all down on a couple points.
Who?
The men. Y'all out here wildin'.
I'm not in that category.
Chatting.
They're out there wildin'.
Insecure is doing too much.
I'm good. I think my bro C is good. So
yeah, but y'all see it on social media all the time. People just be talking too much. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we don't agree with it.
I'm all well, trust me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm blessed and highly favored.
Okay.
But you know, y'all just gotta, do better. Do better, fellas. Do better.
I'm glad you said the fellas calling them out.
Yeah, seriously, do better.
But and do better.
I think all parties. Now, when I say all parties, I say men and women need to do better. As we segue over into our shop talk, brought to you by yours truly, Chi-Town's finest Carlton. You did because this too was trending as well.
So check this out, right? Because y'all know how I be. Keeping my ears to these streets. I keep them clippers to the pants. That's a good cut, by the way.
Y'all see.
You know what I'm saying? And this has been a reoccurring theme.
Yes, it has.
And you know, it gotta come through the shop talk. So, because I think we might have touched on the last time before, or y'all might have seen it before. This situation, there was a guy, if y'all seen the video, I'm not gonna pull up the video. We just gonna discuss.
It was a couple videos actually.
Couple videos. It was a couple videos.
Yeah.
I did see the full breakdown. So my man flew an Instagram joint out. I don't know where he flew him out to. Whatever. He flew an Instagram joint out.
She was from
Let me stop y'all really quick.
Indiana.
Is fluid really a word? We just make that.
No, they just made it up.
Okay. Let's say that's not a word.
You missed the whole Carisha thing?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Carisha be making up words. That's what she said.
She. I think she might be really.
No. She not really. She
not slow.
don't
No,
do
I'm
that.
not saying slow like that. But what's her educational level? What I meant.
Don't do that to Carisha. Shout out to Carisha. Anywho, he flew shorty out from Indiana. IG
You
joined
really
out.
thought fluid was a word?
I'm just saying, like, I know that was no damn word, but like,
That's not PWI shit.
I knew better, y'all. I knew better.
Anyway, my bad, see.
That's
No,
great.
no, no.
Sorry, but go ahead.
So check it out. My man's, he flew shorty out, some IG model from Indiana. You know what I'm saying? And they was kicking it out of town wherever they was for a couple days. He said he spent $5,000 on shorty, and then she didn't want to have sex with him, and so he was kicking her out. But he was recording the video of him kicking her out and reiterating that, you know, he was treating her like a gentleman. He spent all of this money on food and buying her things and a room and a plane ticket and all of that. And she said she didn't want to be touched. And so he was kicking her out because he's just like, y'all women is crazy for doing shit like this. And she was sitting there like, you crazy for recording me. What she kind of was acting like she didn't want to leave, but then she did call her Uber and she got the fuck up out of there. So the debate has been about, for one, who's wrong if either side is wrong, who's right if either side is right, and this whole debacle about people getting flown out and then something, not even something, the woman not wanting to sleep with the guy and then him kicking her out.
Okay.
So like, because this isn't the first instance, this is like the second, third time I've seen this in like the last month. So, I mean, which one of y'all? We gonna kick it to Kid 6?
Kid 6?
That's
Got y'all, man. I got y'all. All right, so forgot to also mention his form of communication with this young lady was only through social media, because he did say that.
Well, he said it was FaceTime and stuff too.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that
So-
on Instagram too, though.
Yeah, you definitely can.
I mean, either
So
way.
that's why I was just like, did you even get her number, bro? Or was all communication just through social media? Because you did announce that. But I'm gonna say both parties are wrong in this case. Reason why I'm saying both parties in this case, and we actually touched on this in the group chat, and see, you brought up a very, very good point. You have women that travel, and you know they know in the back of their mind, they already know that they don't want to have sex with this person, which could then cause that man, because you know there are men out here who feel as though like
it's a dangerous situation.
yeah,
on both sides. I see.
it really is, because you have men that don't handle rejection quite well. You have women out here who give their number to men and then block them instantly because they're afraid of how the man may react, which is insane. Like, it's a no, bro. Like, for every no, you might get a yes. It might not be from that person that you wanted, but it's insane for women to have to fear and still give their number out, or even take their number and then block them instantly. It's just, it's insane. But women, you are putting yourself in a very risky situation, knowing that you don't want to have sex with this person, right? And you probably communicated with that person that you don't want to have sex with them, but you also have some men that feel as though they're able to change their mind. For him, he probably thought, oh, okay, yeah, me spending damn near $5,000, she might change her mind and I might, can get her to still have sex. She didn't. He played himself by recording it and, announcing how much he
Actually,
spent on
I
her.
thought that was, Well, shout out to Lovely T because she brought up this point, not to cut you off. Actually, it was probably good that he did record it because she could, people could lie and say, oh, he probably raped me and this, that. What kind of culture we live in now. So, I mean, could he have just let her leave peacefully? Maybe that wouldn't have happened, but because he was going on all his antics, it was probably best he recorded at that time because she could have got you caught up.
That too. Or she could have just really made a video and just talk about how corny he was
Or
and
that
how pissed he was at the fact that he ain't get no ass. Which is, can't think just because you spend X amount of money on a woman that you're supposed to get some ass at the end of the night.
Yeah, a lot of men think like that.
There are. There are a lot of men that feel
because
that
they
way.
talk like this is like the culture, like you already know if I'm spending on you, we doing it, I'm flying you out, you already know the vibes.
And ladies, and even if you want to go to fly out and you already know that you don't want to sleep with this person and you've already communicated that with them, yo, it's okay for you to like get your own room and y'all can still hang and kick it. And y'all can, and y'all can go y'all separate ways. Hey, you know what? I got a room here. I'm going there. That's fine. We can part our separate ways.
I gotta put this out here though. I mean, I get it. People are, you cool or whatever, but you really gonna spend your own money and fly out and do all this for a guy you're not even trying to.
And that's the thing. And that's another thing too. And that's why I say, and that's another thing. This is why I say like both parties are wrong because at the end because there are some women out there who will go on a date with somebody knowing that they're not interested in them, but because it's a free meal or free
we gotta
flight.
Stop doing that. That's not cool.
Stop doing that.
Yeah, we gotta
because you could really put yourself in this. Like there are some crazy ass folks out here. Like,
and I mean, and it's one thing, okay, and that's not even cool, but you at least local going on a date, whatever, but to be going to meet a complete stranger, because you're still a stranger.
City, like
you're
flying from
by
Indiana,
yourself.
I don't even know where
for somebody you don't even want to have no attraction to, like, unless.
She may have though.
That's what I was going to say. I was about to say that.
His underarms.
It can always
she could have got touched.
Sometimes people vibes is different in person, or you could.
Because I had mentioned that too. Like everything could be all
good,
glitter and gold via text and FaceTime. Y'all enjoying it and shit. And then once y'all see each other face to face, it's just like
maybe he got a side missing tooth. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying it could be something that could change your mind.
Got the breast thinking, you never know.
So, again, you got to take those things into consideration. People you say it all the time, see, we're entitled to change our mind. So maybe they had conversation, they were planning until she got there and was like, bruh, got a hole in your sock, man? Something crazy, you know what I mean? Like something, like, nah, I'm good, bro. I don't want to sleep with you.
Damn, you ain't gonna fuck somebody with a hole in their sock?
They take a sock off.
I'm just
like, damn. Just take the sock
No,
off.
I thought about that because she probably caught it like it was spending $5,000. He got up, you can't even have no good socks or like dirty or holy. Like, come on, no. Maybe, but I don't think any $5,000 got money or not. Any adult, like, throw those underwear and socks.
Now, what if it just happened?
All right,
shit can happen. Y'all know how y'all put leggings on and it just rip?
Just like it could have, his breath could have stayed to get a minute. We don't know, but it was probably whatever it is. It could have been just enough for her to say, "I'm good."
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she see him. Maybe she see him. He probably had a Peter Weeder.
But whole time she probably really didn't want to have sex with him.
She never seen his
we don't know. Do we know?
Yeah, we know.
Okay, so I'm just saying we don't like.
But whole time she probably didn't want to have sex with him. There are people out here who are fine with it. Like if somebody is fiending to really
feel nothing. We don't know.
There are people out here who be fiending, and he was probably fiending to get her to fly out. Like, yo, I'll
she
pay
seen
for
him
this.
Nothing.
So it can happen.
So this is my take on it, right? 2022, we are in a hell of a time.
Yeah.
So there is, I forget the word. I forget the word to it. There is a word for it, for like, something that's understood without being said. I forget the word. I learned it before. I should have wrote it down. I did write it down years ago. Regardless. People know what time it is when somebody flies them out. Mm-hmm. They know what time it is on both sides.
We call that overstand.
You can call it, say it again for the mixers out there.
Overstand. Now you understand, you overstand.
Just like Jake Shuttlesworth said that he got game. Understand, overstand. So, they know what time it is on both sides. Mm-hmm. Now, when you was like, I think I agree. both sides are equally right and wrong. Because you understand the situation before you fly out there, you know he's gonna have that on his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are going to subject yourself to that, you better be sure before you go. If you're not sure, don't go.
Right.
Because for the guy, the risk is you spend all of this money on the chick and she say nah, which she is absolutely entitled to, and it happens. Then you short out all this money, you mad. For the woman, you let this guy spend all this money on you, say no, and he kicks you the fuck out. And just like the other video, the older video when the guy took the shorty back to the airport, she ain't had no money to get back, and everybody was like, "You stupid for even going out of town like that."
Yeah, you're wild for that too. Like
right.
what? Come on.
So it happens on both sides. So again, you know what I'm saying? If you're not sure of that before you make any of those moves on both sides, don't make those moves. Now, second part is either side is entitled. Like he's entitled to his money, she's entitled to her vagina. Obviously, for any reason, if she says she doesn't want to do anything with him, she absolutely doesn't have to.
Yep.
He gotta respect that, but he's well within his right to kick her out because of that.
Sure.
And for any other reason, if he decides that he don't want to spend no more money on her, and she said, "All right, bet I'm not fucking with you no more because of that," they both well within their right to that too. Cool. So now the next part about it, because my first thing when I brought this shit up was because when I listened to the whole video, he said something in that video, and I was like, "This is why this type of shit is dangerous." He was like, "It's other niggas that would have got on your ass for this type of shit."
Yes, he did say that.
And so when I'm like, that's dangerous, it's because, for one, if they didn't have that much of a rapport in person with each other to even, like, you know, trust a situation like that, when you're taking that risk, somebody flying you out, then they should have made it. But there are situations where we know it's like sex trafficking is like at an all-time freaking high.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Women getting raped, women getting abused, whether it's the guy, you know, abusing her or having somebody else. Like, 'cause there's guys that will call women and fuck another woman up for stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? And then even on the contrary is women that'll set dudes up like just like this. Like they know they got money, they doing it. Yo, this nigga's a lick, and they pull up and you this nigga in the shower or something. She done let a few niggas in there, and you people get killed on both sides for stuff like this.
Right, because you never know who they might know in the city.
That's what I'm saying. It's
That's
dangerous on
crazy.
both sides. And so, because I wasn't trying to take it to Street University, but we might have to at least spin the block real quick on the Street University. So, because that's the line.
All right.
Gustavo speaking. It's a part of the game apparently nowadays. So on both sides, it's like what Fabulous say on the Throw It in the Bag remix. They say it ain't tricking if you got it. They lying. I said it ain't tricking if you got it. She mine. That's a bar. If you have that kind of rapport with women, and it's always like a test. Like of course, like if you courting a lady or something like that, you want to see her, you're gonna spend some money to show your interest. If she's interested back, which should be a mutual interest, then she's gonna show it in her ways too, etc. etc. And in those cases, it's like a temperature check on, you know, if it's okay to spend a certain amount, because you got givers, you got takers. If you're willing to spend all this money, it's some women that'll let you do it. They're like, I'm just gonna let you do that because that's what you do. It seems like what you do. You're a tricking ass nigga, go ahead and trick.
Yep. Then
there's some women that, on the contrary, that will like give it up for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't gotta spend no money, she's going, whatever. And in both of those cases, it's the temperature check. So the woman, for her to even feel like she's willing to sleep with a guy, it's a temperature check. Let me see how it is. Let me see how he treats me. Let me see how his hygiene is, because I think that was a big part of it. I really think she didn't want to sleep with that man because of something hygienic or how he looked.
I thought breath stink. That was my first thing. I
think that could have been part of it. I think it's
as
deeper
a woman,
than that.
that's a turn off for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen to what she said. She said she didn't want to be touched. There's a difference between like, nah, you know, I don't really, not in the mood, I don't want to, and I don't want to be touched. That nigga disgusted her.
And we're not even. She ain't want to be touched.
We don't know what it look like.
We mentioning breath and everything. He probably had dirty nails.
He could have had
because there are dudes out there that do not get manicures and keep their nails together. He probably had some filthy ass nails.
Listen, man.
So
see, he
you
can't
gotta know the
get
game.
5 stacks.
You gotta know the game on both sides. You got a temperature check on both sides. If you even if you are the kind of guy that trick, you gotta make sure that you in a situation where you feel like you can comfortably do that, otherwise she
Oh,
won't
we
use
also
it.
don't know her
And
past
even-
experiences either with men. Cause
We don't know that,
and
and
that's
that's
another thing to think
and
about.
so to the other side,
And
for
her
her,
trauma.
make sure that the women need to make sure that they're comfortable enough to even be in these predicaments
Right.
when you allowing a guy to
Hell
be in the
yeah.
same hotel. He said he was out there for 2 days before she was just like, "Nah, I don't want to be touched, whatever."
So then he turned her off. I
So-
think at that point.
And that's why I think,
Yeah,
and
that-
I also, and
yeah.
this is why I say not to play yourself and put yourself in these situations, because I think that because women do this, there are women out there that will sleep with a guy they're not attracted to at all
This was going
because they give
around
him the
for
money.
men too.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, you know, men, it's people out there that, listen, man, I gotta take you back to the streets again. When you know the game, there are some people that can get men and women or whatever the case might be based off their looks. Then there's some people that gotta have something else. So it might be guys out there that's not that attractive, but they got money, and money can afford them to get certain women that out of their league. You know what I'm saying?
Kodak
They were
Black,
normally out of
prime
their league,
example.
and so they flaunt that money to get those women. So for this guy, I think this is something that he's used to. I'm used to spending money on chicks and them giving me what I want. That's the bargain. Because there are women that's like, I will mess with a guy I'm not even remotely attracted to just because he's paying for all of this, and that. And I think that this is just where them two streets didn't cross, but they almost crossed. And now, you know what I'm saying, she probably thought that she would be able to do it. And was just, and got there and was just like,
nah, I'm not taking
you know
this.
what? Yeah,
I'm not eating this
I
one.
thought I could. I'm not eating this. And that's
But you know what's
crazy.
so crazy though? Can y'all imagine if he was recording, because he was recording her and she said the reason?
Yeah,
You know how embarrassing that would be? I bet
He
he cut
probably
that
would've
video
posted
off real quick. And I want to say, when he posted it.
But I will say,
Nah.
you know, I'm glad she was able to get out of there safely.
Yes.
sure.
Because that could have went left extremely quick.
For sure.
But then he asked, "Where are you going?" She like, "Don't worry about where I'm going."
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
Right.
Because he thinking she don't got nowhere to go. Because remember the last video, Shorty was broke. She couldn't get home. This joint, she might have had some extra bread. Like, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
leaving. I'm up
And
out
if
of
she,
here.
you know, if she an IG model, they probably just, you know, wear this and post this. You know, majority of these IG models, they do little TikTok videos now.
yeah,
They
they're
be
gonna
cooking
pull her busted.
and
Right.
just showing their ass.
So your
You know,
feelings
like,
are hurt.
like yeah.
Now
Very
she
much
busted.
so.
Now she busted and don't have nowhere to go.
But you was about to sleep with her though.
Facts.
Or one or two of these.
Yeah,
Some
you know,
guys sleep with busted women. She very well
Yeah.
could have been. And he
And some
probably
women-
just didn't care because he was trying to do what he was trying to do. Like
it's
I
just
said,
it's just a horny nigga trying
it's the
to
game.
bust the IG model.
Yeah,
That's
right,
it.
right. And he failed and he got salty because
Mhm.
he's not used to failing at that.
Yeah,
he
and that's
knows
what
for sure.
and,
You know-
and that's
you
what
know
it
the
really
game.
is too. Like he was so used to women saying yes just because he was spending X amount
He
of
didn't
money.
sound cute.
That's
He
fine.
claimed I was being a gentleman.
I was sorry.
He
Well,
probably
that's what
was.
you're supposed to
Yeah, he
do.
probably was.
You
That
know
was
how
making
somebody
him tight.
sound over the phone? He did not sound like he didn't
So,
sound cute to me at all.
Let me, and I'm not
gonna
defending
lie.
this man at all, but I think his point in reiterating that he was being a gentleman was to show, because in that same sentence he was talking about like she not on her period, it's nothing like that. I think he was trying to reiterate that it was nothing like that he did wrong or it was physically wrong
And
with
now,
her
but see,
that
people-
might have made her be like, nah, I don't want to sleep with him.
So people understand,
So
right?
we
It
know
doesn't
it's
have to
something
use
else.
right. You don't actually have to like actually do something wrong.
That's why I know. That's
It
why
can
I
happen.
know.
It can happen.
She
y'all.
didn't want to be touched.
Man,
I don't want to be touched.
He
They had
probably
two
ate his
beds.
food sloppy. You know, sometimes I get turned off by that too. You know, niggas eating their food
Shout out to
crazy,
nigga.
sloppy.
I
Like I
in
don't like it.
in high school, man, I never forget this one time, man.
It be the littlest thing.
No, this girl, like, it was doing her thing, and I didn't realize it. She came through too. She had on a fresh pair of white forces. They was fresh. As soon as she walks up the steps, scuffs on. I said, "Damn,
That blew you.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn." But
Oh,
that's
I thought that
not
was the
no.
reason.
That's not the reason. The reason being,
Oh,
so
strike
you
one.
know how like when you play fight and tussling around, you like might get a whiff of something. I caught a whiff of something bad,
That whiff.
right?
That whiff.
And I'm like, the fuck was that? Like, I know it ain't me.
It was a bad
Y'all was
No.
play fighting and the whiff stole you.
So she moved again, man. It was her feet, right? So I'm like,
Oh.
fuck.
So the whiff kicked you, but her foot didn't actually.
Yeah, it did. So I'm like, damn, her feet stink. So I'm like, I can only imagine what that smelled like.
That's how bad she sounded.
So I'm like, I was like, yo.
But I mean,
so,
okay, that's yeah.
so I had to decline. I lied and said I didn't have condoms, but the condoms where I had them sitting was right there on my dresser to where you could see them. So I'm like, yeah, I ain't got no condoms. But I'm like, damn, I hope she don't look over. Because I looked over like, fuck, I hope she don't see that big ass blue box of condoms right there. I'm like,
That's crazy.
but yeah, you know, anything
It
can happen.
can be. I
Anything
get it.
can
I get it.
happen.
It's the littlest things that can turn you off.
Yeah.
Like,
She probably
But-
seen that nigga outside of all of that designer clothes and jewelry and was like, damn, nigga, nah.
but is that okay to communicate? Can you just say, you
Some
know,
people don't
I'm
know
just,
how to communicate that.
I'm
Yeah.
just, unfortunately, I'd rather not. I'm just
Yo,
not really.
You know what it is? You know what
That's
it is?
it.
Like, it's certain
It
things
is.
that, like, men and women may not voice. Like, there are some women who might not voice to a man that he has a little dick. She'll just be like, you know,
You know,
it's
in
just not
that
good.
case, that's a
I
little
don't feel
different.
There might be
because-
some men who might not know how to tell a woman that, you know what, your pussy stink.
No, see, here's the difference between the two. The difference with the man is almost like, you know how the male ego is, and that's something you guys can't control, unfortunately. You are just, you got what you got. So
Would you
it's-
be okay with a man telling you that your coochie stink? Because that would crush
It's
you.
more so how he says it. But I would also hope we would have built a rapport and a relationship enough where he can say that to me, but it's how he say it again. It's okay to tell the truth. It's how you say it. Some people are just very rude and ignorant with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, your pussy stink. Don't say it like that. Like, there's
How
other
should he
ways you
say
can
it?
say, you know.
Hey,
How should he say it?
I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. It's some things that it is extremely hard to find the right
Don't
way
get
to say
me
it.
wrong,
Right, like,
And
it
that's
is.
one
Because
of
you
the
can
things.
But you
because
can
you can
give
really say it in a
signals.
respectful manner, like,
And they
hey,
still
you know,
get offended.
it's,
You know, like, you know,
It's
hey,
You
okay
need
to
to
say
brush it up.
yeah, they
Yeah.
right. Yo, man, did you freshen
but
up?
they
Thank
can
you,
still
Ann.
they can
Perfect way of
still
saying it.
feel as though that you are an asshole. Like, you know
I'm
what?
not saying that.
Prime example. I'm gonna speak for me. If I was to say that, I feel like, and I could say like,
What's that
hey, you
example
wanna
for
go?
something?
No,
What's
not
that?
no.
Oh.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying if I was to say it because for whatever reason, anytime I say something, women will be like, "You're an asshole." I don't
Because
know.
you don't know how to say things properly.
I think
no,
I
you,
do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't. We know. You don't.
Let's give us an example, and then you tell us if that's respectful enough.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Because
All
we
right.
all know him. Come on.
I gotta see.
So
I
in
gotta
the class,
the
you
Mixxeners
know.
wanna know
That's why
too.
you laughing, because he
The
knows.
Mixxeners want to know too.
You had an episode like this where I said people think you're an asshole. It's okay. You don't know how to say things right.
Listen.
All right, go ahead.
Listen. If I was to tell a woman like, "Hey, you know what? Like, you want to go in the back to freshen up?" She could still look at me and feel offended.
Julie, not
Is
even
that how you
say.
gonna say it?
Julie
Yeah.
is bitch will not say. You have not.
I mean, my nostrils might flare up. I can't control that.
Go
But
ahead, say it
you
again.
can't control
Say it
his
again
face.
and believable. Like, cause you, come on.
all right, hold on. Sing. Hey, you know, you want to go in the back to freshen up?
He can't even say it with his face.
I tried, y'all. I tried.
Exactly.
That body language is a language too. right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
He can-
It is.
Look, you know you can't even
Look,
say it
look,
right.
towel. You wanna go back there?
Throwing the towel. My Tyrese throwing the towel. Man, look. I can say it in a respectful, nice manner. But I feel
You know
maybe
you
it's my
didn't believe
tone.
yourself.
No, maybe it's my tone. But I feel like sometimes I don't have a tone.
It's not
I
that you
think
have a
women
tone.
just want to be like, Jules, you're an asshole.
You can be sometimes.
I'm not going to deny that.
Thank you. All right. So what do we
But
say?
sometimes when I say nice, I can say it in a nice manner. And
I'm not saying that you can't or don't have the potential to. I'm just saying in your case, you don't know how to say things properly.
you know what? I've worked on myself.
So
Yeah.
that is something that's difficult to navigate. How to respectfully tell somebody something that they can still take.
But you know what?
Yeah.
All right, let me say this though.
That's like that's like saying how do you tell somebody that they ugly?
I'm
Aaliyah
not
thinks
trying-
no one is ugly.
No. Did I say that? I said I don't
Yeah.
think nobody was a 10. I never said I don't think anybody's ugly.
You bugging.
But-
You still feel like
That's
Kelly
cap
Rowland's
too.
not a 10?
I still feel that way.
Anywho,
But anywho, okay. Can we work to practice being a little bit more? No.
I'm about to say.
How you do that?
How you do that?
On he made me forget what I was gonna say. How to be more assertive, but also also be a bit compassionate in the things that we say with these things, because I do think there's honor in telling a bit of truth.
I do.
Right?
I agree.
Especially if you have a
know that that's not easy.
relationship.
I just know that that's not easy.
No, but we all know that. We all know it's not easy.
Yeah.
But just work to.
And it's so
say
subjective.
things better.
Because what could seem respectful from one person can be disrespectful to another person. It just, but I mean, like you said, it's a working practice.
But people also make it worse because they love to go to social media and have story time. So while they might not have shared with you, they might have went on social media and shared a story and be like, yeah, y'all, let me tell you about this date Saturday night. And you just so happen it might be one of her followers and be like, hold up.
She talking about me.
I was your date Saturday night. What is this? Like, why you ain't tell me this?
Right.
So yeah, so it's bad. It's bad because everybody loves going to social media when they, easily could have voiced something to this person. But yeah.
So I feel like maybe she could just say, I'd rather not, just not feeling it. You can say that. Sometimes you can say
It's
things so
okay.
people can catch on. They already know I'm not feeling it. More than likely means I'm not feeling you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And also too, I'm gonna just
Personality.
leave.
We just saying it could be looks and other like things like that, but maybe it's his personality and she just wasn't feeling him no more.
I'm gonna leave off on this note. This is Dr. Ike Love. Ladies and gentlemen, don't waste each other's time. If you know you're not going to come to have sex with this person, communicate that with them.
Yeah.
Let them know, because the expectation is there, right? Fellas, if she says no, respect that. If you want to kick her out, that's fine. Do it in a respectful manner, and that's fine. Let it go. You cannot be upset at a woman for saying no. I can't stress this enough. Fellas, you have to be okay with being rejected. Stop letting your pride and your ego get the best of you, because it makes you look foolish.
And stop expecting things just because you doing certain things.
Facts.
Okay?
A woman is not going to care if you spent $10,000. If she
Absolutely
don't
not.
want to give it up to you, there's a reason behind it.
And you also know the culture we in, city girls getting
Y'all know what
back,
time
you know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
Y'all know,
So
don't play dumb. Don't
Facts.
play dumb.
yeah,
So yeah,
that's that.
that's Dr. Ike Love. But I ain't closing out the show.
And with that being
my
said,
good brother will.
because that was a great shop talk. So
That
with
was
that
a
being
shop talk.
said, I'm gonna continue to do what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep my ears to these streets. I'm gonna keep them clippers to them heads,
Y'all see.
and that's how we giving it up.
I see, man. This was episode 97. Stop playing with us, man. It's your big dog kid, 6 Chi-Town's finest, Carlton, your dig, and your girl Leah, aka the therapist. Always holding things down behind the scenes. Your girl who?
So up and classy, so up and glassy. What's the other name? So up and crafty? Yeah.
She
Got
all
it.
three of them.
Yo, we out of here, man.
And the mix. And the mix.